If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not, welcome back. This is going to be my labor and delivery story. So I delivered at 38 weeks and 2 days. So I am 2 days postpartum because it is currently the 11th. So on the 8th, I went into labor, and because I was bleeding, so I went up and everything like that, and they said my cervix was changing, and I was 5 centimeters dilated, and I tested positive for strep B, I think it's called. So they were going to induce me now that I was 5 centimeters dilated. So they put me in a labor and delivery room, and they started me on some antibiotics and some Pitocin. I think that's what it's called. Now, I didn't feel my contractions until my water broke. I had like a yoga ball going, had some music going, had my mom reading to me, and everything like that. And then I didn't feel any of my contractions whatsoever until my water broke at 5:00 a.m. on the 9th. And the contractions I did not, up until 9 centimeters dilated, that's when I got an epidural, because it was either between an epidural or emergency section, because her heartbeat kept dropping. So she was in distress from me being in so much pain, and part of my cervix wasn't thinning out. So that was really like scary. Also, I kept throwing up and had a really bloody nose. So I decided I wanted to get an epidural, and that was my first time getting an epidural. And they usually say people who start Pitocin don't get an epidural until they're 5 centimeters, and I made it to 9 with that one. So, but once I got it, I started pushing, and she was out. She is doing good. Like that. It was a little scary at first because her heartbeat kept dropping and everything like that. So 5 o'clock my water broke, and then she was born at 8:47 a.m. in the morning on the 9th, March 9th. She came out like kind of crying, kind of not crying, and stuff like that. She does have jaundice. It is it's not enough. It's high, but it's not enough where they can do the lights yet. She has lost 8% of her weight that she was at. She was at 7 pounds, 4.5 ounces, and now she's at 6 pounds, 10 ounces. So they're watching that. The cutoff for that is 10 and a half. Like if she lost 10 pounds from her, she's lost 8%. So if she loses 10%, then that's an issue, and then we need to go to the doctors to see if I need a supplement or not, because I am breastfeeding, everything like that. So like I said, I am exclusively breastfeeding, and that's been going pretty well. She has been spitting up amniotic fluid because she got a little bit in her lungs, so we do notice that, and we do have to burp her really frequently. And yeah, that's pretty much how my labor and delivery went. Basically, I started bleeding on March 8th, around 4, and I was in labor, and then the next day, pretty much, I had her. And we got out of the hospital today, so we were in the hospital for 3 days, because she tested, I got my antibiotics for the strep B, and they usually keep babies over for 48 hours to make sure they don't have anything that's wrong. She's passed all of her tests in her hearing test, and everything is okay with her, but we have a doctor's appointment Wednesday, and they will decide whether or not if she needs the light for jaundice, and let's see how her weight's doing, see if I need a supplement or not. But this is her. That is Miss Elopriel Lexan. So, hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below.